Last time was a bit much. um, not just for you, but also for the werewolves of the Shadowwood, because not only did they learn that their new pack lord was actually a liar and a cheat, they also are now without formal leadership. But that may just be an important step for them to get through, and it's certainly not your problem. And maybe as long as the werewolves fight amongst themselves, maybe they even pose a little bit less of a threat to the outside world. After you return from the Stairs of the Moon the first time, so after you had the encounter with the Volkatsis and Matus and everything, you find the lodge, of course, still wide awake. Lights are on in all the rooms. The guests are still up. Some of them drinking, because obviously they want to know what's going on. And when they learn that Estovian has died and has apparently had a hand in these in the events of this night. I think it's still the very same night. They are shocked and angry and perplexed. The groundskeeper, Palsy, comes forward and starts talking. Now that Estovian isn't there to like cut him off or shoot him a punishing glance or something, he just very freely talks about how Estovian asked him or told him to break the locks on the beast pens and to lay or to lure the tarantula back to the lodge, and also how he was told to leave notes in your rooms that I think mostly the doctor found.
Yeah.
And it's hard to, I mean, the first reaction would probably be to be mad at Posse, but it's sort of difficult to really blame him for anything he's done. He doesn't show any remorse or anything like that, but he just doesn't seem to be capable of it. He is very, very simple-minded, and he's more like a small child in his innocence, that should probably be, you know, admonished, I guess would be the right term. But punishment just doesn't seem right with this guy. And something also tells you that he's seen a lot of punishment in his time. That was probably useless.
Well,
Okay, so or still there is a way to make him at least make himself useful after what he's done, and Geier sort of recruits him to help him dig a mass grave for the various dead werewolves that have reverted to their human form and are still lying scattered around the Stairs of the Moon, and Estovian himself.
oh.
Hmm?
Maybe Lady Evelyn will have her another retainer.
Maybe. I hadn't even thought about that.
I mean, he seems to be a professional henchman, doing what he's told, not asking
Yeah,
questions.
but he's also quite attached to the lodge because it seems to be the only home he's ever known.
Oh.
And even though Estovian is gone, uh, this is his world pretty much. He rarely, if ever, ventured outside of its walls. So yeah, I mean, I'll leave it to you if you want to take him on.
not gonna.
But for now,
accept.
like I said, he makes himself useful, digging a pit outside the lodge, while you can get some rest for the rest of the night.
Mhm.
The next day, you return to the stairs to clean up. You have arranged transport of the bodies back to the lodge. Um, you sent one of the or a couple of the mercenaries that kept the gate secure. Send them out to I think Lippichstadt is probably the next town from here, to arrange for transport for the the Margrave
Mm.
and for the I forgot her name. The maid.
Oh, right, she died.
Yeah. Um, and you perform all of the cleansing work, and finally, near the end of the day, the communion ritual, which takes you to a whole different level of existence, and you return from your encounter with Desna herself, changed, carrying this spark of divinity inside of you now that you feel is only um, it's only lent to you. It's not yours. It's like somebody else is actively like propping you up and allowing you to wield this power. Um, but it is power for sure. So yeah, the next day you return to the lodge. Next night, late evening, and you find Delgros
Hmm.
back at the lodge. He's quite worried, and he asks to speak with you. And he explains, I don't know, with all this, everything that's been going on, I don't know if you actually noticed, but I hadn't seen Duristan anywhere near the stairs. Um, so I went out and tried to find any sign of him. Turns out, it's his entire party was slaughtered.
Oh.
It, it was a massacre. Clearly wolves.
Oh, oh my god, this is horrible.
Wolves are one of the clans.
What's that?
Was it wolves or one of the clans?
Oh, no, uh, Shadowwood wolves. So I would assume that it was the demon wolves.
Hmm.
I saw what they did to the bodies, how they ripped them apart. And there's only one tribe that is so brutal, so vicious, so entirely consumed by their bestial nature. Must have been demon wolves.
Hmm.
Also, I've talked to somebody that I think I would like you to meet. And then he opens the door to the meeting room where you probably have gathered, and a Varisian man steps into the room, meticulously groomed, wearing colorful clothes, beautiful scarf around his neck that hangs down almost to the floor. And yeah, but you immediately feel like Wolf,
Hmm.
clearly. And he introduces himself and says, "My name is Rakish Shadro. You may not have heard of me, but I am the leader of the Princess Wolves. We are one of the tribes in the woods, and we have kept out of the recent politics that have played out. And I must admit I am quite grateful to Delgros, though, that he arranged for the false Pack Lord to be revealed for what he was. However, I am afraid that this is not the end of our troubles. For to look up his name. Adimarus and his demon wolves have taken what is left of his tribe and are in pursuit of Kvalka's heart, which I assume you, by this point you know was taken by these men that have helped Matus ambush Kvalka.
And we'd like to know why. What do they hope to do with it?
Well,
I do not know.
Well, okay, well, well, we understand that I suppose they would want this heart to legitimize their power, but if they find those people who manipulated the tribes into this position, I assume they will do horrifying things to them, right? And
Well, yes,
I mean, do you want to stop them?
I assume that these men that have come to the woods to steal the Pack Lord's heart are with the Whispering Way, which we as the Princess Wolves have long opposed, and I would not shed a tear for any of those cultists to be torn apart by the demon wolves. But I'm afraid that if Adimarus succeeds in claiming High Throne for himself, then dark times would fall and the shadow would end beyond.
And
I am in fact so worried that I have sent some of my wolves after the demon wolves, who are in turn in pursuit of the cultists, as I've said.
however, those cultists already have slain one pack lord. Do you think they won't be able to slay the demon wolves?
They might not. Alimarus is powerful in his own might. The demon wolves aren't called demon wolves without a reason. They have made a pact with Giselda herself to grant them fiendish power if he finds a chance to snatch the heart from whatever the cultists are doing with it. I just can't take that chance. I as I said, I sent some of my wolves after them, but I'm afraid that they are no match for the demon wolves and the cultists combined. Their Grossier has told me of your great deeds here at the lodge and at the stairs, and I will leave it to you, for I would not dare to ask simple humans and elves to meddle in the affairs of the wolves. But I think that in this case, even if you want to save your own people, you would have to help us save ours.
Well, it seems like our interests are aligned.
Well, you took this right from my tongue, Lady Evelyn.
I see no reason why we cannot work in alliance with each other.
Good. Take this, he says, and then he takes the scarf, unwraps it from his neck, and hands it over to whoever's going to accept it. Says, my wolves will recognize this. It will mark you as an ally of the Prince's wolves. And it should allow you to safely work with my wolves once you've gone to your final destination, which I believe is the town of Feldgrau and the furrows. And he lets that sink in, as if that's meaningful. And you can do a knowledge local, or knowledge history, to learn a little bit about that.
Good question.
Well, I know about the furrows a little.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have either of those.
Would one be better than the other?
No, you can roll either, both. Yeah, that's fairly high roll. Well, the furrows, that's actually quite well known. It was once known as Furcina, or the Furcina Plain, down in the southeast of Ustalav. But now it is just known as the Furrows, because there was a terrible war some 40 years ago between Ardil and Barstoy, two of the counties of Ustalav. And that war was very violent and very very brutal, known as the War Without Rivals. And yeah, and then finally, when in 4693, the Lord of Barstoy, Nesca, was forced to admit defeat and withdraw his troops from Forcina, he chose to order his troops to burn and salt the villages, fields, forests, everything. It was a horrible massacre, a just utter destruction from which that part of Ustalav has never recovered. And maybe if you recall, Feldgrau has already been mentioned, although it was in one of those flashback vignettes introducing the various prisoners of Harrowstone. There was a short scene of the Mosswater Marauder being introduced by somebody lying in the gutter in Feldgrau on the evening before the troops of Nesca came to town, burned it to the ground, killed pretty much everyone in town, and took whatever was valuable on their retreat. So, God-forsaken place with an awfully brutal history.
Well, yeah, the brutal history seems to become more and more common in our journey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who gets the
Okay.
scarf?
Yeah, who takes the scarf?
Because, well, if nobody takes, then Aronax will take the scarf.
Okay.
What is the name of the leader one more time?
Yeah, it is hard to pronounce, but I think it is something like Arakis Shadro or Sadro.
Jadro, I think. Yes. Rakish. No. Screw this.
Okay. So you take your leave. Spend the night, the rest of the night resting up.
Yeah, I suppose
To
so.
leave.
I'll show my some high class and intellect by bidding him goodbye and very soon.
Nice. He'll appreciate that. Okay. So then you take the rest of the night, what's left of it, to rest up before leaving the next morning, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Our healing uh, and
That should
accounting for such.
be con mod times level.
So
Yes. No. You
Mm.
just have your the level in hit points.
and like this is second night, so like 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be 14.
Plus whatever healing magic you want to put on top of that.
Okay, then I will burn some of the charges from my wand.
And I will just prepare a lot of cure wounds potions. About all of them.
It's D8 plus 1, right? For standard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that puts me to
Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't find a way to actually brew the inflict wounds extracts. It would have to be some like incredibly weird combinations to get inflict wounds for an alchemist.
Yeah, the healing bombs don't exactly work with inflict.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
Emaírel,
that's
this is for you.
Ooh, thanks. And he's basically
Ah, are you kidding?
at full.
Are you kidding me? I
Ah,
can't.
Well, since I can me heal a lot right now, take this too.
Can Emaṛel hit Lady Evelyn with her own wand? So amazingly difficult, apparently.
yeah.
Well, technically this is over 2 days. So the following day, Lady Evelyn could, as a matter of pride, continue to heal herself. Oh boy.
Emaírel, take 9 extra hit points too.
Okay, thanks.
Oh my god. This is so difficult.
And second is for myself.
8. That gets her up to full.
18. $33.
Is Roll20 being really slow for anyone else?
No, it seems okay.
It's kind of lagging. Alright, so that was 4 charges for my wand.
And I am in full. And
Anyone need anything from the wand of the cure wand?
no, I think I will just dump the rest of my moderate wounds on Geier.
Yeah, Montianu also desperately needs
He'll survive.
healing. So I can just burn the wand on him.
And I suppose the rest can also go to him too.
Let's see. He would get back 10. Which means he needs an additional 24. Do you have any additional you can give to Montianu, or should I just do it all on the wand?
Well, I have given Emaírel one Cure Light Wounds extract. I can make about 2 or 3 more at least.
Yeah, I mean he's down 24 hit points, so.
Well, give him this and this.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's, what, 21?
Yes.
Which puts him at 31. All right, he's close to full.
And that I suppose would be the most of my daily healing. And that's how we survived. So that was one day. We became mythic. We healed. I think that was for one day. We also received on the same evening after we became mythic the news from what's his name? Yeah.
Artist?
Yeah. Yes, him. So now is the second day. We woke up. We recharge our magic and refill our spell slots. And what do we do?
Well, before we depart Ascanor, I suppose we would want to take a look inside the lodge at
Oh yeah, the
Vivian's
book.
personal chambers. Yeah, see if there's anything else of note that he has in his office or anything like that.
Yep, give me a second.
I mean, at this point, it's probably not going to tell us anything we didn't already know, but you never know. He may have left notes on his interactions with Whispering Way or something.
Yes, I think we should ask that fake Vishanti some questions too.
Well, so you've got the excerpt from his journal.
Mm-hmm.
That should
Is
also be a
Is
handout
that
here.
basically all there is to know?
No, there's a little bit more. Oh, it's not actually a handout here. I just realized. I'm just gonna add that. Wait, where is that? It should be on here somewhere. Weird. I'll have it in a second.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
Oh, there it is. Okay. It is a handout already. So I can get rid of that here. Here you go. So that's his journal. But let's see, there's a little
we
bit.
already had that.
Yeah, I know. But there's a little bit more.
Mm.
So first of all, dum, 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 dum. Okay, so first of all, you find a book in his library that piques your interest because of its reference to Desna. It is called The Halo of Dreams and is a text about the Desnan faith and its spread from Varisia throughout Avestan. And the book contains, among other things, references to a sacred Desnan relic known as the Dusk Moth, which is supposedly hidden in the stonework of an ancient temple called the Stairs of the Moon. There is a handout for you to find here. This is an excerpt from that book. This is nothing really new to you at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. You also discover a sizable collection of partially burnt papers stuffed into the fireplace. And it looks like Estovian just ripped and tore pages from his various journals and crammed them into the dying coals. But you can still sort of piece together what you already knew from your mind's eye trip here, that he had a whole lot of information on various guests at the lodge from the past. But that's all burned and ash at this point.
Okay. Is there anything of mention about Lady Ivanja there? Ivanja?
Yeah, like I said, it's pretty much burned in ash, and it's impossible to piece anything meaningful together from that.
And do we find the book that we're looking for?
What do you mean?
We had one particular book.
Yeah, that's the one that he basically the one that he was writing in, that you were peeking over his shoulder when you were. Oh, which one are you talking about?
There was one. What was it called?
I think that is the Halo of Dreams that you were. That was like where you found the note that it was filed upstairs.
Yeah, we were looking for Halo of Dreams before.
Yeah.
Halo of Dreams. Oh, okay.
That is the Halo of Dreams.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else you want to do at the lodge before we head out to chase the cultists and the demon werewolves?
Interrogate Madame Ivanja.
Yeah, we know that she spoke with the cultists, so it would be interesting to see what they asked of her.
Okay. Madame Ivanja. So you find her in her chamber. She seems a little bit flustered, a little confused, worried. I mean, she's not mourning Estovian, but she's definitely worried about her setup here, because you know that it was a business arrangement above all, and now that Estovian's gone, she's just makes sense that she would worry about how this is going to continue. Still, she has some time to talk to you, and So, when you mention the men that must have visited a while ago, she says, "Oh, yeah, certainly. There were a few noblemen, a company of them. Um, I had enough experience with clients that claimed to be from Courtauld, like these men did, but their accents clearly marked them as Southerners, maybe from Caliphas. There was also a strange amulet that one of them wore, the one that had this incredibly ugly pet familiar, or whatever you want to call it. The amulet looked like a skull, but gagged.
Mm-hmm.
I did overhear that when she was. I have no idea what they wanted to do at the lodge, but as I was leaving the room, I did hear them mention the Stairs of the Moon and something called the Pack Lord's Heart. I'm not sure what any of this means.
Mm-hmm.
But did they ask anything in particular of you apart from the services of your girls?
No, and they didn't even really um,
Partake?
partake. They just enjoyed watching her dance, it seemed.
Her?
Is that usual?
Not very much. I mean, if you want to talk to Niyama, she's still around here, so.
I see. Well,
Yeah,
we
sure.
might as well.
Normally, it is 250 gold pieces to have a meeting with Niyama. But I guess, given the present situation, I will
We're not
waive that for now. And then she leads you to one of the private chambers on the tower's second floor. And a pretty Vudrani woman wearing heavy eyeliner and clad in nothing but a translucent silken scarf waits within. She seems kind of drowsy, as if she's under some sort of narcotic at this point. At this hour, still. And her eyes, like I said, are kind of glazed over. And she is smoking a sweet scented substance from a glass water pipe while she lies upon a pile of pillows. And as you ask her about the men that visited, she draws heavily on the pipe and then exhales and says, "Yes, there were 3 of them, and there was another visitor later. A a a woodsman, silver-haired, full beard, smelled like a beast. And that point they just made me leave. I didn't even get to do anything except to dance a little bit."
I see. Thank you. Well,
Methods, most likely.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well. Yep. Well, thank you for your trouble. You were most helpful.
And as you leave, you hear her take another hit from the water pipe.
Mhm.
Okay, so you're basically piecing everything together in hindsight,
Well, yeah.
but I'll still generously give you the XP for that. And that actually pushes you over to 8th level.
Yay!
8th level.
And I do sure wish that we had inquired here previously. It would have really helped, apparently.
Yep. Yep. Well, like I said, I think really the problem was that you never actually addressed any potential visitors. I don't think you've ever mentioned that to anyone. You never inquired, like, did somebody come through here.
Well,
I mean,
on the other hand, we didn't really spend that much time here. We mostly, first of all, we spent a bit of time socializing, and then we researched, and then all shit went sideways.
No, you
I
did
know
talk to everyone. You had an opportunity to
we
learn all
definitely
this.
we definitely asked about people who had come through here, and I know we got the hint about the businessman from Courtard, but I think we dismissed it as businessman from Courtard.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
Yeah.
the only person we directly asked about it was Estovian, and of course he wasn't going to tell us. So,
that's true. Yep.
but yeah, that's funny how that works. I guess.
Alrighty.
Well, you still kind of failed forward.
Yeah. So, in case of a level up, that counts with my bonus prestige class level as well, right?
Yeah, you just get another level.
Okay. Yeah, I will be getting an alchemist for now. 8th level for an alchemist is important.
Do I have to look up how
We level up right now?
works?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, level 8.
Level 8 alchemist.
Ooh, I get 2 new spells per day.
Eighth level. I get my discovery, and now I take fast bombs. No, because I can.
Get a new third level spell.
Four slots for second level extracts and 2 for third, and I get another recipe.
Level up as alchemist, you said,
Hmm?
Cornus?
Yes. Oh, and by the
Okay.
way, I get
You get the formula in book as a bonus. What are your favorite class bonus?
yeah, I just remembered that I get favorite class bonus, so actually I think yes, I will get another formula for myself. And which
Okay.
one I will get to you in a minute.
Mm-hmm. This discovery is fast bombs. I already got that.
At least one level below that I can make, so it should be second level.
Four.
Let me know if anyone's done, so we can record the changes.
I'm good.
Okay. Emaírel, I would assume Occultist. Okay. Just a second. Okay, level up. Favorite class bonus?
The class-specific one.
Okay. And your ability score bonus?
Dexterity.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Occultist doesn't actually need to make a choice at this point.
Mhm.
Skills?
All the 7s get bumped up to 8,
Mm-hmm.
and then the one that was a 3 gets up to 4.
Okay. Excellent. And that's all.
Yep.
That was easy. Do you get anything cool from the
No,
automatic?
this is the level with the weird stuff that's probably never gonna be useful.
Oh, you learn how to draw magic circles. Congratulations.
Yeah. And to call an outsider to question him.
Well, that's cool. And it's probably useful to be able to draw a magic circle when you want to contact an outsider.
Exactly, yeah.
So that makes sense. Okay.
You get the
Ah.
ability score increase this level, right?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Carnus, you ready?
Not yet. I am waiting for my new spells to load, for my charge sheet to load. I think I will pick Barkskin to improve my armor class even further because I need to live. And for the third level, I will see.
Okay.
Claim and identity. No. Countless size. No. Do we have anyone with haste?
I have a personal kind of haste that only affects me.
Well,
A
it's,
personal kind.
although you are probably the only one who actually needs it, so it's fine.
So haste?
No, not yet.
Mhm.
Hey, come on, load. I think actually I will go with rage.
Rage.
Yes, it is
Uh.
strange, but it. Although I probably shouldn't go into the melee anyway, or anyhow. There is a battle trance elixir which gives me ferocity.
You're gonna throw bombs so hard.
Empowers or extends effects of any
Oh
potion
my
or
god.
elixir.
Vomit twin.
Oh,
Yeah.
vomit
Upon
twin.
casting the spell, you vomit forth a disgusting ooze copy of yourself.
I think that's a goblin only or something like that.
Yeah, it is goblin
Yeah.
only, but holy
It's
crap.
very appropriate, yeah.
Yeah.
And to think after that, Paizo made goblins a core race.
Oh.
Dark
I get
cold burst of speed.
Okay. Feats are on the odd levels. No new feat this level. Damn. Oh god, I have to level up Montiano too. Don't I?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think I have a record of Monteano here, so we can do that offline.
I have to admit, I'm not completely sure about the leadership feat. Montiano has gotten the crap beat out of him in all 3 of the encounters he's participated in so far.
That's usually how it goes. It's really hard to keep cohorts alive because 2 levels, I think, is the difference.
Yeah.
That is a big deal.
I mean, he eats up he eats up action economy and stuff. So
That's true.
There's that. The simple fact that we're not taking the hits or whatever, but it's kind of rough.
And it kind of makes sense for Evelyn to do exactly that, like to have
Just
somebody,
keep getting beat up.
yeah, who just, it's just a meat bag for her.
I changed my mind. My 3rd level extract will be Channel Vigor. I remember it was awesome.
Oh yeah.
And Vigor is awesome.
Well, when you don't have access to
Oh, nice.
for a divine spell list character, it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you take haste if you can take Channel Vigor?
Well, that's why
I think. Oh right.
Well, it's only you. Yeah.
Oh, and haste is 1 creature per level, right?
I think that there's also the question of accessibility. Like if you're a divine caster, you don't get haste at all. You only have access to Channel Vigor, and vice versa. Wizards don't have Channel Vigor, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Okay, skills.
Skills. Yes, I get 9 skill points.
Nah, 10.
Yeah, 10.
Plus 2 background.
Wait, no. 4 plus intelligence. My intelligence plus 5, so 9.
Plus 1 for being human.
Oh no. All right. Damn, that's more skill points that I know what to do with.
Should I just bump up all the 8s first,
Yes.
and then we'll see what's left?
Craft Alchemy 9. Handle Animal 9. Heal 9. Knowledge Arcana 9. Knowledge Nature 9. Perception 9. Sleight of Hand 9. Spellcraft 9. How many have I left?
You have to convert 1 adventuring to background, and then you have 3 adventuring left.
Okay. So that
Maybe just throw all of them into Intimidate?
actually, probably yes, because with Feral Mutagen I get bonuses to Intimidate now.
Yeah. So, alright, so we'll bump up Intimidate to 6.
6.
And feet?
That's. I'll get to that. I'll get to you to you with it.
Okay. Alright. Then Evelyn. Mesmerist, I would assume?
Yeah, there's a lot of decisions I have to make.
Okay, let's do one at a time. So skill point as your favorite class bonus?
Yeah.
Okay. I assume charisma gets a bump?
Yep.
Okay. Mesmerist trick.
Yeah, I'm looking at him right now.
Do you want to discuss, or do you want to keep it
Uh,
close to the chest?
intelligence. I'm thinking. I was thinking maybe doing Meek Facade, which would
just looking at that and thought that sounds perfect.
Meek Facade or possibly Misdirection.
Meek Facade would be perfect, except for that the flavor is slightly off. It should be more like Oh, you want to attack me? No, I'm just a harmless woman.
Well, she could trigger it on herself or on on allies too. So she could force enemies into attacking a particular person, and they get a bonus to AC. But it's weird. It's very conditional because you can only trigger it when the subject misses an attack roll. So it's
Oh yeah.
it's weirdly specific. For instance, I could do Gift of Will. You let everyone use my will saving throw. I don't know how often will saving throws. I mean, obviously they came up a lot with the Vilcasis.
So they won't come up for a while.
No, they just won't come up for a while. I think at some point down the road there may be vampires, especially considering the vision we just had. So maybe that's not a bad idea.
I've seen astounding avoidance. That's pretty awesome. Basically gives evasion to people.
Avoid damage from magical. The mesmerist can trigger the trick when the subject attempts a saving throw against an attacker. Spell that normally deals half damage on a successful save. Before the subject rolls the save. If the subject succeeds at the save, it takes no damage. The mesmerist is 12 levels. That's interesting. God. Maybe compel alacrity, because that would have been super useful against the Vilcasis.
Something that can make people climb better?
There is something that lets me help with skill checks that are strength and dex based, but it uses my strength and dex, which is not helpful for this particular mesmerist.
While researching all those cheating optimization guides, I see there is a feat called Planar Preservationist, which would allow me to actually gain access to summon monster extracts at the same level as summon nature's ally.
Just want to take a feed from an optimization guide just because it's optimal?
Well, because not exactly because it's optimal, but because there's way too much feeds to comb through right now to find something cool.
Well, I have the false flanker feat, which is a little weird because I have to trigger it at the start of the subject's turn. But that gives a little bonus to attack. There's also misdirection, which takes away, which can deny. It's basically a feint. I can give them a feint, which might be good.
I think it would be easier to pick a feat some later offline.
Anthony, the mesmeric pantomime, which is the strength and dex based skill check boost, either uses your skill check or offers a morale bonus equal to your charisma bonus.
Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't fully read that.
Ah, the famous last sentence.
His own skill at a physical test. The mesmerist can trigger this trick. Strength and dexterity. Or gains a morale bonus on the check. Yeah. Oh, but I can't implant it on myself. I mean, at this point, the rest of the party has fly.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one. I literally can't get fly. It's not on my spell list.
Well, I can give it you to fly.
But pantomime's not bad. I don't know. There's so many options. This is too much.
Also super specific, all of them.
Yeah, they're like incredibly situational. I think I like pantomime. Might be nice.
Also reflect fear. If you look at that, because I mean you're up against a death cult, so
Yeah,
I
don't know.
guess it's not a spoiler to say that fear effects are probably going to play a role.
Reflect fear. Triggers fear. Is the target of an intimidate check. Suppresses the fear effect. Effect must succeed on a will save or become shaken. What I guess what is the will save against? What's the DC of that will save?
Which will save?
For reflect fear.
Well,
The
probably you probably have like a class DC.
Guess
Class
so.
Fine.
Ignores the trigger fear effects. Effects
It's gonna take a look.
I think I'm going to try the I think I'm actually going to take Compel Alacrity.
Got it.
'Cause
Locked in.
it's Locked in. There's no changing it now.
No takesies, backsies.
Only because Evelyn has gotten herself into a few situations where she desperately needs to get away from people and she can't do it well. So this will help with that significantly. It'll also help allies reposition if they're in a bad spot.
Doubling down on the kite build.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, skills.
Let me switch over to that page real quick.
Happens to aids, I assume.
So I think I have looks like I have 9 skills to assign in total, including the background ones.
Let me double check. That is correct.
All right, so I'm gonna put one of the background in linguistics right off the bat, just because I've been doing that consistently.
Mm-hmm.
How many languages did you remember?
I'll put the other background into perform. Is that an
Perform,
option?
yep. Yep.
Okay.
The same perform as before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since Evelyn did attempt that once and it didn't go so great, so she might practice a little more. Okay. And then we'll do bluff, diplomacy, intimidate. 3. Sense motive. Use magic device.
Yep.
What does that leave me with? 2 more.
Perception didn't get an 8th
Oh yeah,
rank.
perception, definitely perception.
And a knowledge skill, maybe.
Yeah. She's gonna go with knowledge. Guess I'll double down on the nobility thing. Put another one in there. Okay, there's that.
So, which language did you suddenly learn? Remember?
I'll have to look them up.
Yeah, we'll keep it open.
Unless that's going to be suddenly very relevant.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, congratulations, Simon. Now that I combed through the list on the wiki, I found the feat called Concentrated Splash, which allows me to forgo splash damage to increase the damage of direct hit by 50%.
Damn.
Sounds balanced.
Sure, I mean, what can go wrong?
Yeah.
I still need to take a spell. New spell. I mean, it's weird because it's no longer as relevant as it used to be. So it's just like, which spell do I want to be able to cast with my spell slots?
No, cancel. It says this feat cannot be used with alchemist bombs. Bastards.
I did think this sounds like too good to be true.
Fine. I'll find another one. Just as good. Ay. Splash
What a
damage
weird-
through everything.
Weird spell. Sorry. I did not take the time to prepare level 8 before the session, even though you said we would probably get there today. Somehow I forgot. That's an interesting one. This is this one would be a break from all of the enchantment emotion stuff. But it seems very fitting for Evelyn. A melee touch attack. That would use my strength modifier, wouldn't it? That wouldn't be. That's not based on my spell modifier.
I
Right.
think. Well, if your dex is good, I think unarmed attacks count as finesse weapons.
Yeah, my dex is not amazing.
But I imagine it's still better than
It
your
is
strength.
better than strength, but I don't know. It is only a touch attack, which isn't too bad. But my my modifier is only what plus? It would be 6 plus 7 to hit, I guess.
Mm.
Yikes. I don't know. Sorry. Can I fill these in?
Sure.
As we go.
Sure.
I'll let you know what I picked.
Yeah.
In the end.
And maybe we'll do the same with your feed, Curtis.
Yeah, I think so.
You could always take extra discovery, because the
Yeah.
discoveries are certainly more flavorful than
Absolutely.
the generic feeds. But yeah, let's just keep that open for now.
Or extra bombs.
Extra, yeah. bombs. Okay.
Quick thing, I forgot
Yes.
this. At 8th level, I normally can swap out a spell for a new one.
Okay. Are you going to?
Yes. I'd like to swap out first level Enlarged Person for Lead Blades.
Okay. But it's just damage. It doesn't affect the reach, right? Yeah. Just
Yeah.
damage. Okay. Got it. All right. Are we setting out to chase the wolves?
Yeah, I suppose so.
I guess we are.
Okay. So let's take a look at the map, just to see, do a little Indiana Jones style tracking of where you've been and where you're going. So from Askenar Lodge, the quickest way to get out of the Shadowwood would be south, like this, and then follow the edge of the wood until you get to the Vistier River, and then the next town over would be Chastel. That's the large town I told you about. So we're also going to go through Ardis, which is not too much of a detour, and Ardis is a large city, so shopping would be much easier there. Do you still want to stop in Chastel, or
For shopping purposes?
yeah?
Yeah. I don't know. We've got this is even more decisions to make. We've got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's
and
what I
feel like
thought.
I feel like we can sell most of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh boy.
Well, I put there the market prices of everything just so that we are ready to liquidate it.
Where did you put that in loot
Uh,
or?
Yeah, well, mostly on the weapons.
Is there anything that might interest Geier? Because he does not have a single magic item.
Well, there's the Cloak of Resistance that nobody picked up.
Okay, yeah, then he'll take that. +1?
+1.
Yep, he'll take that.
So I'll cross that out. And, well, I don't know if he's interested in weapons.
No.
Well, I mean, considering that we're going to fight werewolves and there is a +1 light crossbow and 40 alchemical silver crossbow bolts, it might be prudent to keep an eye on those at least for now.
Yeah. Do we have a crossbow to shoot them with?
There's a +1 light crossbow.
Yes. I think
Okay.
we picked him from the fake Pack Lord.
So are we okay with oh man, I haven't even looked at the stuff that's above that, but are we okay with selling the shurikens, the wow, we have a lot of arrows and nobody to shoot them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we just want to sell those arrows?
Probably.
You said we have do we have silver crossbow bolts?
Yes.
Or silver arrows?
There's both. There's silver arrows and alchemical silver crossbow bolts.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should just get rid of all the arrows then.
Yeah. I mean, Ghost Touch and Undead Bane are nice, but, well, I think we'll manage somehow. And,
I mean, unless Evelyn is just... she's not shooting any arrows, so... and we'll sell the Bastard Sword, I assume?
I can't wield it. I can't wield it, so, yeah.
And the short swords, the long sword, any of those masterwork weapons, do we want to hold on to?
I don't think so.
Okay, so so I guess let me do a little.
Everything apart from the crossbow and the bolts should be 5,218 GP.
Oh.
Well, divided by 2 because that's the value, so it would bring us 2,600 GP.
Okay. And then do we want to hold on to any of the other magic items? We have a Scroll of Dimension Door. I mean, I don't think I can cast.
I'd be for keeping the scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
How about the Wand of Acid Arrow, the Wand of Spider Climb?
Yeah, I think we resolved to sell Estovian's spellbook, but not before I copy 3 spells from it.
Okay. And the surgical tools. I imagine we would want to sell the silver surgical tools.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we think we're going to be performing operations on werewolves.
Well, I already have surgical tools that we looted from Schloss Karamark, I think.
Okay, so if the tools are worth 3,000, is that just what they're worth when you sell them, or does that get halved too?
That gets halved. It's not a trade good in that sense.
Okay. So there's that. So So we're gonna hold on to the wands for now. Is that correct, or should we just lose those?
Well, I think Geier uses. I think he already has a wand of acid arrow that he's
Yeah,
used
he already
a couple
has
times, so he
that.
probably could keep that. Spider climb, I think.
Would be
Well,
useful for Evelyn at least, since she does not
yeah,
get the flying. So we should probably
yeah,
hold on to those. Okay,
yeah.
so we're holding on to the scrolls. We're holding on to the wands. We're losing almost all of the weapons. We're losing the surgical tools. We also have a bunch of other random stuff.
Yeah.
I think those are potions. Potion of bull
Yep.
strength, potion of invisibility. Oh,
Mhm.
we have. God, should actually pay attention to that.
I think most of it should be kept apart from the even the other stuff like Tanglefoot,
Okay, we'll
Thunderstones.
keep that
Yeah.
stuff on hand. I guess why not? I just have to remember to check the loot more often to see what we have. So how much does that leave us with?
Okay, so everything minus the crossbow and the bolts, and the silver tools is a total of 8,200 divided by 2. That should give us 4,100 GP. And divided by 4, I'll put that in the on roll 20. That's
Okay.
per person.
Very nice.
1,027.35.
Okay, so I'm removing everything from the loot. Pum, pum, pum. Well,
So that's what 102 platinum pieces.
mhm.
7 gold pieces. And 5 copper.
And 5 copper. Yes.
Oh my god. That's still not enough for me to buy even the first magic item that I
Oh,
want. Yikes.
how much do you need?
Is that really the case? Hang on, let me double check this. I mean, I'd love to eventually get a headband of charisma, which I don't have yet. But I can keep, I guess, casting Cat's Grace on myself until that time.
Simon, did you note the GP for Geier?
And I think Geier from his money is
He should have a fair bit of coin. Like,
yeah, he has 4,500.
He's richer than all
And
of us.
he's gonna buy a. Well, let's see if he can actually get that in this town. No, he'll have to wait until you get to Artis.
Oh, you know what?
Artis.
I can sell my Mithril shirt too, unless somebody else needs it.
no,
Doesn't Geier already have Mithril?
I don't think.
He's not wearing any armor.
Yeah, and I think Mithril will still actually have a chance for him to for arcane failure.
Oh, yeah, it has a 10% arcane failure, so he probably does not want it, right?
No.
Okay, then I will also sell my Mithril shirt, which is how much exactly? Gotta look it up.
Around 2,000 GP, something like that.
Mithril shirt. its price is 1,100. Just a straight mithril shirt is 1,100.
Yeah, and then tack on.
So that goes for half as well.
But you have a +1 shirt, I think.
Yeah, but I was wearing a non+1 shirt before that.
Okay, so you're selling the okay.
I'm selling the mundane one.
Yeah.
But that is halved, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so another 600 gold pieces is 60 platinum, which makes this 93. All right. The thing that I'm really trying to buy for myself is a mesmerizing tattoo, which is valued at 10,800 gold pieces.
Well, you can't get that in either of these cities anyway.
I cannot.
No, because even Ardis is a large town which has a large city which has an 8,000 GP limit.
That's the limit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought that was just the... even a large city, you can't... Wow, so...
Yeah, I was surprised too, but you actually have to get to Metropolis to get to 16,000.
Okay, then I guess I can't get a headband either.
Emaírel is going to look for a Muirback cords.
Unfortunately, not available in...
Damn.
What's the name of the town? I keep forgetting it.
Chastel?
Chastel, yeah. So you're gonna have to try again in Ardis. Or wait a week, but I don't think you want to.
No.
Yeah, I think I will hold on my money because I was basically dirt poor before this point until this point. So
and
So-
are we just passing by, not stopping in Chastel?
we will. Well, I mean, we will need to at least spend some time because copying spells into the book will take about 9 hours.
Okay. Do we know how much of a time limit we have on or rather how much behind we are the wolves?
Not exactly. You know that the trip is probably going to take 4 days, and the demon, the princess wolves have been sent after a week ago to follow the demon wolves and the cultists. But you don't know exactly how far ahead the others are.
So we are at least 7 days behind.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll have to write on the run. I kind of want to try to get the signature skill feat to get Unchained unlocked for my craft alchemy, but I'm not sure we'll get any time to actually craft alchemy.
So the base, I'm just trying to understand this. So when you're looking at how to buy, where you can buy magic items, is it there's literally nothing worth more than 8,000 gold pieces in the city? Because I thought that was just like the base value, where everything below 8,000 is easy to acquire.
Yeah, and there is other stuff there. So first of all, that value may be modified by the city's traits, but there are also a couple of magic items on sale, but they are randomly chosen. So if you say you have money to spend, I can generate some items on sale, but it's not like you can say, I want to have this item, and then we'll see if it's among those. because there are just too many magic items.
Okay then. Well, I guess I won't be buying anything then, because
Saving up for.
I guess we have to get to Caliphas. Is that like the only metropolis?
I don't know if Caliphas is even a metropolis. I would hope so, because otherwise this is going to be a low resource campaign.
Well, I mean, we are in Ustalav, so...
Yeah. Let's see.
Alright, I forgot. As an alchemist, I keep continuing to level up. Because I keep remembering things like that now I have 12 bombs, and thanks to my Master Chemist class ability, my level stacks for bomb damage, so my bombs are now 5d6.
Trying to find the stat block for Caliphas. Give me a second.
It says large city
Where does it say that?
on the wiki, Pathfinder wiki.
Oh,
But it doesn't have the full. It doesn't have the full stat block. It's just.
Yeah. But I looked at. I've tried to look up Caliphas and I ended up with a county. Yeah. Large city indeed. There's no metropolis in Ustalav.
Oh,
Yes.
but this is odd. I found a stat block that lists it as large city, but marketplace base value 13,600.
That's possible because, like I said, the traits can modify these limits. Where did you find that?
Just Caliphas stat block and went to images. It's from ustalav.blogspot.com.
What book is that from? Cite your sources, people. Yeah, anyway, we're not going to Caliphas, but neither of the towns nearby are large enough to carry this sort of stuff.
Okay, then I guess I'm just holding on to all my platinum.
Okay. So, are we ready to continue the journey?
Yes.
I think so.
All right. So from Chastel, you follow the dusty road in your trusty carriage, and you make your way through Ardeal. Ardeal, as a county, used to be the heart of Ustalav. It not just geographically, because it's actually in the center of the country, but also because it contains the former capital city of Ustalav, Ardis, which now is somewhat in decline since the capital was moved to Caliphas. As you follow the river road, you spot various mansions that are dotting the riverbanks, now falling in disrepair and kind of deserted looking, as the nobility has moved on to hold court elsewhere. Yeah, Artis itself is also something of a thing of faded glory, so to speak. That yeah, that is more quite impressive in terms of some of the monuments and the architecture of the old uh, uh, stately buildings, but most of it is now deserted or has been repurposed, and yeah, and the people that live in Artis are kind of how should I say? Like they are in decline, but their arrogance doesn't really admit them to accept that. Yeah, but Artis is a large city, so as such, you have a better chance to get some stuff here. And Geier actually is going to buy something. He is going to buy an ectoplasmic metamagic rod
Ooh.
of the lesser kind. So his bone shaker can now shake the bones of a ghost.
That does sound like Geier.
Mm-hmm. Any other shopping you guys want to do?
Yes, Emaírel will try again with the
Right.
whatchamacallit.
And this the Moolbeck cords, and this time they're available.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, and then we can continue on.
I think so.
All right. So you continue the journey, and then at some point, you have to leave the more traveled road and get on the dirt roads that take you through the countryside of Ardeal, which sorry. Yeah, which must have been once verdant farmlands, but now they have fallen to the nature's harsh influence. And there's only the occasional farmstead that you see on the edge of the horizon that looks like there's still people living there. And they get fewer and further between as you draw near the furrows. The furrows itself are a blasted landscape, really, honoring their brutal history. As soon as you draw near, you feel the desertedness and the horror and the sadness of what has transpired here is almost palpable as you come near. Just before you are about to cross into this sort of wasteland, you come across a lone farmhouse that stands against the stark gray sky. The house leans uneasily, its weathered planks straining to keep the fragile shell of peeling paint and cracked shingles upright. And you almost just would have passed it like the many other deserted farmhouses you passed before, if it weren't for the bodies of 4 wolf-like humanoids that hang from a large tree in the farm's yard.
Interesting.
Why don't you give me will saves?
Not so interesting anymore. But fine.
Or maybe it will be very interesting soon.
Yeah. Wait, my will save is still 2?
Mm-hmm.
1 second. Yes, my will save is still +2. That's very, very, very sad. Not good at all.
Sorry, hang on. Turn off this, turn on that. I don't know why I turned that off. Oh boy. Come on, roll 20.
Yeah, right. All right. Aronax, yeah, you see those werewolves probably because they're not wolves. They're clearly in some sort of hybrid shape. Evelyn and Emaírel, however, you see just skeletons dangling from the robes. And there are humanoid skeletons, but they're not actually wolves.
Huh.
Oh, I thought they should return to their human form upon death. What could do that to people? Well, to werewolves.
What are you talking about? There's nothing but skeletons there.
What? No, wait a minute. And well, at this point, Arronax will squint harder, I suppose, at the. Wait, what the hell are you? What the hell are you talking about? This. So can I squint harder at them?
No, there's no proof that would you have no conflict. You clearly see the werewolves. It is probably your allies that are mistaken. Unless you interact with it in some way, I can't. I don't think I should give you another save.
Okay. Sorry. Well, I mean, unless Lady Evelyn and Emaírel are going to come closer to those things. I mean, Arronax will not come closer. I mean, what disagreement is fine for him for now. I mean, it's whatever it is. It's clearly taken a precaution to to caution away some people. Be that by making corpses or, well, casting illusions.
Okay. So do you?
Yeah, I mean, say what you will. I know what I see.
Evelyn's gonna cast Detect Magic at this point and approach the hanging corpses.
Okay.
60 feet away, so that
60
you can
feet distance.
see them with her.
Yeah. Well. Where is it? Hat? Sorry, I'm confused. Because my stat block disappeared. Very strange. I have another one. Okay. Detect magic, you say? There is no discernible magic radiating from this tree or anything in its vicinity.
I'm telling you.
That's actually more concerning to Evelyn than if there was magic, because
Mhm.
she's gonna look back at Aronax and then look at the tree.
Like, well, I mean, your spells confirm my my point of view. Everything is fine.
These are just humanoid skeletons, though. They're not wolf hybrids. As you said, they would have transformed back anyway upon death.
Well, I don't know. Maybe this farmer has some, I don't know, magical weapon. I mean, I just read in the book that if you slay some shapeshifter with magical weapon, it will lock into the form. I mean, in the Schloss Karmark, the good count, quote unquote. I mean, he managed to capture a shapeshifter in mid transformation. So I mean, it's not well, it is uncommon, but it's not impossible.
But you're missing the point, Doctor. It's these are not hybrid werewolves. These are just skeletons. And she's going
Listen,
to she's going to say, Montiano, pick up a rock and throw it at one of them.
As he throws it, and he hits the skeleton, and it just dangles in the wind, hanging from a vine that is that's
So-
growing from the tree.
Does it make a
Yeah.
rattly, bony
Yeah.
sound, or does it make a thunk hitting wolf flesh sound?
Well, okay, let's see. Doctor, another will save.
Okay.
I think it's +2 for having an illusion pointed out to you, right?
I suppose so. Yeah. So it's
Or is it
probably
even
19.
more? Because this is kind of on the brink.
Yeah. For just pointing out, I think it's +2. If I poke it myself, it would be like +4 or something. It's been a long time since I looked at it.
No, it's actually +4.
Mhm.
It says you view against a +4. So that's enough. Yeah, no, it does indeed rattle and not go thunk.
Oh well. Well, I guess it was a cunning illusion. Huh. Who would
And
have
yet it's
thought?
not magical that I can detect.
Uh, but if it is not magical, what sort of an illusion is that?
Mm,
I mean,
you could give me a knowledge nature check.
well, I can give you a knowledge nature check because it is actually 17 for me, and I rolled 8.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you don't know any tree that would do that, but obviously there are mushrooms and stuff that can give you quite vivid hallucinations.
Wonderful. Yep. Yeah. By the way, I still retain my poison resistance +2, just a little bit from, but just in case if that's important. But yeah, I think at this point Arronax will frown and start looking around at the base of the tree to see if his well
Okay, so
assumption.
you walk up to the tree.
Yeah.
What are the others gonna do?
Well, if he tells us about weird poisonous mushrooms, then I guess we can help looking for them.
So yeah, well, I'm not sure actually Aronax will say it. He wants to first to find them first and then present them like, aha.
Yeah. uh,
I don't really have the scene in front of me. So the doctor starts walking towards the trees. What are
Yes.
the others gonna do?
Evelyn is going to very cautiously follow after, but like keep Montiano close at hand because she does not trust whatever is going on here. Is there anything else around here? Is it just the tree
And the ruined farmhouse.
and the ruined farmhouse?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she'll stick near the doctor, but she'll follow maybe like 30 feet behind him.
Okay.
Yeah, and
And
Arronax,
Geier is gonna trot along with you then.
yeah, and Arronax will actually specifically will search for mushrooms.
Yeah, got that. Emaírel?
Well, I think it's time for shield and spear out, and stick with the group.
Okay, but the group is fairly spread out at this point, so
Um, Stick close to Geier, I think.
alright. Ugh, I still don't have a token for Mundiano.
I can post one. Yeah,
But,
I don't
yeah,
know. I know.
that
I
would
think
be
I
good.
sent you one before, but I can.
I think you
throw it right
did.
in there. Here. I'm giving it to you and sending it to you in Discord.
Yeah, you definitely did send that before. Okay, so as you draw near the tree, Doctor, you keep your ears kind of to your eyes focused on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
expecting some sorts of mushrooms to grow near the trunk of the tree, probably.
Also, yeah.
But that leaves you open somewhat to a surprise lash of one of the vines from that tree. Like not carried by the wind or something like that, but as if the tree were actually lashing out at you with its vine. So this is going to be against your flat-footed AC. Single vine in the surprise round. It's a 17 to hit.
Well, that's exactly one more than I have of flat-footed AC.
All right, so that's 8 points of damage, and then we will have a. Let me just check real quick. Yeah, a 30 CMB against your CMD.
I think it got it.
Okay, so you're being grappled by that vine, and it starts pulling you closer. And as it does so, you're now, let me see, I think you're now 15 feet away. No, you're now 10 feet away from the tree. And with like a creaking sound, you see that the bark in the trunk of the tree starts to open up as if, like a maw that is ready to be fed. And we will move to a scene. This is not actually going to happen on a grid because it's a tree. But I'm going to still need initiatives.
And yeah, at this point, Arronax will exclaim that I was mistaken. It's not mushrooms. Oh, good lord!
God, poor Montiano. Oh no. I haven't even finished getting him up to level 6 yet.
Okay. Got it. So now just this thing. Whoops.
Well, of course, it's roll 20.
Did
24.
okay. And yeah, but Evelyn is still faster. She was kind of expecting trouble, I guess. And yeah, your turn.
Or that's rather Montiano.
Yeah, Montiano's 26. Evelyn's at 18. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, and Geier.
18.
Oh, I didn't select his token properly. Oh,
Oh yeah, and Geier is a good question. Geier's Inish +4. Hey, Montiano.
Okay, so this thing reaches up with a vine and grabs Arronax.
It really whips him for damage, and then wraps itself around him and starts pulling him towards the trunk that starts to
Okay.
open up.
Montiano will probably run forward and draw out his whip and probably try to use it to grab Arronax's like a limb, like a leg or something.
So he gets whipped by the tree, and then Montiano comes up and whips the doctor from behind.
He's gonna try and hang on to him so he doesn't get dragged away.
Okay, all right. So we'll put him here. Whip it.
What should I even do? I don't know what to roll. A CMB, an attack roll. Like what do you want?
I mean, so he doesn't have actually any feet or something to use a whip like that, because then he can just whip him.
He. I mean he. I guess if he can't grab him with the whip, I guess he. Well, he. I mean. I guess not. I guess he'll just run up and try to grab Arronax then, and try to, I guess, aid him in breaking free. I don't know what that would be.
Yeah.
Can he pull back against like the? Can he try to get the vines off of the thing?
Yeah, that would be an aid another. When the doctor makes his escape check.
Or you know what? How about this? Can he try to cut through the vines with his rapier?
But the idea is to help the doctor escape, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
or if it's possible to just chop right through them and free him, then he would do that. But
Well, no, it's not as. Let me see. No, it's a thick pack of vines wrapped around him, but you can certainly use your attack roll to aid the doctor's grapple
okay,
check.
sure, he will do that then. He'll try to aid the doctor.
But you do that on his turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So the tree now has another victim within reach, which is Monteanu. And a 24 to hit for 9 points of damage. And a 24 CMB to grapple. Does that hit? And
Montianu.
Mm-hmm.
CMB. Yeah. I don't think there's anything he can do to. Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. Then he also gets grappled. And the tree starts to pull him in too. And that's Gaia's turn. Fighting a plant. It's not exactly his forte, but there's always a magic missile. Bada boom. 44 plus 4. 15 points of damage to the tree. Although, gonna check real quick. Yeah, Guy's gonna have to do a caster level check.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure he doesn't have anything to help him with that. No. Just a plain. 18, that is enough. Yeah, that is enough to affect it. So it's 15 points of damage. And then it's Evelyn's turn.
Right. Okay. this is not
Oh,
Evelyn's
sorry.
area.
And the doctor gets pulled 5 feet closer to the tree.
That's
So he's now 5 feet away from the trunk.
Great. This is not Evelyn's area of expertise either. Okay. God, there are so many things that I don't even know what to do. I suppose Evelyn will delay for the time being.
Okay.
okay.
Doctor.
So I take it I am grappled right now, right?
Yes. And you're actually also strangled, so you cannot speak or cast spells
Well, I mean,
with verbal components.
yeah, it's
Is
not like
Montiano still? Is Montiano still technically ready to aid him?
Yeah, let's say he did.
Okay. For first, I think I will use one of my spontaneous healing ability to heal 5 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
And I take it being grappled does not actually stop me from making a full attack, right?
No, it does not.
It just gives me a very bad penalty to my dexterity, but since I am going to throw bombs and touch IC at basically point blank, well, why not to make use of my new feat of explosive bombs and fast bombs and very, very bad things for burning things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I will try to use full attack and just drop 2 vials of sparkly liquid right into that cavernous, very, very wooden maw.
Okay. Go for it.
Of course, I will exclude myself and Mr. Montiano from the splash damage if should we get into this, because splash damage now is 10 feet.
Mm-hmm. Against its touch AC, I presume.
Yes, yeah, that is horrible rolls.
Well, but they both hit.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that would be 24.
Oh, it's a giant tree.
Yeah.
So that's 24 for the first one and 15 for the second one.
And it will catch on fire, taking 1d6 of ongoing damage.
Automatically catch on fire?
I believe
No
so.
save?
I believe so.
Okay.
I kind of want to see what a tree making a reflex save looks like.
Yeah. Well, probably it would look like it's just being bent out of the way by the wind or something. Okay, yeah, so you throw your bombs, they go off, they definitely severely damage the thing, the tree, but it is still continuing to pull you towards its still opening maw. Emaírel.
He's going to designate the tree as the defensive move target so that it doesn't get AOs from movement. And he's going to take one move action to get in range of the thing and try to stab it.
So you move in, but it has 15 feet reach with its vines, so you have to move within its reach once.
Okay, that's fine. But with the defensive move from Mythic.
Okay.
Yeah.
But does that need a surge or something?
No, that's the cool thing about it. It's just a passive.
Awesome. Awful. Why did I give you that? Okay. So it's well, that's just fair at least. So it's 17 points of damage. All right. So you run in, and let's say one of the vines lashes out at you, but is weirdly deflected, as if a someone was holding their hand over you, and you bring your branch spear in and pierce the thick bark of its trunk for 17 points of damage. Okay, Monteano.
Can I take
Yeah.
my turn?
Sure,
Before?
sure.
I'd like to make a knowledge roll to see what I know about living
Alright.
trees.
All right.
Corpses hanging off of them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Knowledge nature.
nature. Okay. Well, I'm not trained in nature, so. And the roll reflects it.
Yeah, it's.
Oh.
I mean, clearly it's mushrooms.
Evelyn doesn't know about trees, especially
Yeah.
not living ones. But she's gonna try something. Something completely new. Granted to her via Desna. This is okay. She's gonna try to point at it with her finger and cast Ray of Exhaustion. I don't know if a tree can become exhausted. She's going to try. So a Fortitude saving throw will be required.
First, a cast a level check.
She'll gaze at it first.
Is that mind
So-
affecting?
Oh yeah, it is mind affecting. It's not going to work on the plant. That's right. So she just has to make a straight caster level check. Where can I do that?
Finally found something to throw at Evelyn.
Oh, come on.
Plants.
We've fought lots of insects too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Where the hell is my caster level check? Where do I
It would be
roll that?
just a d20 plus your caster level.
Oh, okay. Then it's d20 plus 8.
Unless you took something like penetrating spells or something.
No, not yet.
Nice. Okay, that is definitely a
Fortitude
success.
save.
Fortitude save. I'm just trying to figure out if it should be immune or something. It's exhaustion, you say, right?
Yeah.
Does it say any? Does it have any keywords? What kind of effect that is? Like a
It
poison
is
effect? Or...
It's a school of necromancy.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. 18.
That hits the DC.
All right.
Then
Then it is
that's
not
18
exhausted.
exactly. All right. Well, then that's one mythic surge.
Wait,
Or-
before round ends, 1 second. I also gonna use my mythic surge to use a swift action, which I believe I can use at any point in the round, right?
Yeah.
I will.
Wait, no. Swift actions you should take on your turn.
On my turn?
Unless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swift is on your turn.
Yeah, it's immediate.
Immediate is what you. Yeah.
Oh, then I was mistaken. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So finally, Mr. Monteano's turn.
Okay. Well, I guess he is gonna try to stab the thing. Forgetting about the whip, he's just gonna go right in with his rapier.
He is still. So he's essentially he's moving towards it.
I mean, he's grappled by it, isn't he? Can he not strike at the thing that's grabbing him, or?
Yeah, I guess it's true. Yeah. Okay.
He will attempt to hit it with his rapier, and I have so many regrets because I can't even remember what his abilities are supposed to be. So I don't know if I should be adding something to this or not. Burning a panache point, I don't think so.
He has
critical.
cloud. Wow.
Nice. 20 points. Well, I don't know how he does it. Or are they immune? No. having a
He
bit of a
also-
hard time picturing this, but he manages to pierce the vine so hard that it lets go of him, and then he probably like pulls on it, rips it out of the treetop, and pulls so hard that the tree just kind of topples over.
Well, I guess Mr.
Okay.
Montiano also became mythic.
I did
Well,
not give Montiano a mythic tier.
As
No.
as it falls, you see that it wasn't actually rooted into the ground. It could have probably moved around. It just didn't do that.
Ugh.
But it was just sitting on the ground.
That would have been awful. That
Yeah.
would have been a terrible surprise.
Yeah. Yeah, but you survived. Congratulations.
You fuck trees.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, quick scan of the farmhouse, however, reveals that there's nothing of interest really here. So, except for an ominous encounter,
Mhm.
there's not much you
Can-
gain
yeah.
from this.
Can I roll another knowledge check to actually discern what the fuck was that?
Sure, another knowledge nature.
Hopefully, now I rolled more than 8. And I
24.
didn't.
Yeah, but still, let's see. How many hit dice? Okay. You know, well, you don't really know anything about it except what you've just seen. But you remember once reading a somewhere in a obscure botany book, you read about these trees. They were called hangman trees, and they were described like a predatory carnivorous plant. And yeah, and it kind of fits the behavior that you've seen, that it just waits around with trying to lure its prey in, lashing out with its vines, and then pulling it in to cram them into its trunk, which is actually a very acidic, yeah, stomach-like organ.
Ugh. Well, yeah, that was a bit humbling, but let's put this behind us and move on. Yeah? Yes, yes. Good work, Mr. Montiano. I know you had. I knew you had it in you. I always put my trust in you.
Thanks.
I'll ask Lady Evelyn to give you a raise.
Yeah, I should get one of those. Evelyn says, no, you shouldn't. I guess not this time.
So you get back to the carriage,
Mhm.
get back in, and continue on your way. Because at the very least, the fact that this tree considered werewolves to be a suitable bait should mean that you're on the right track.
Mm.
And it is not long after that you climb over the crest of a hill and you see before you the ruins of what must have been a town at some point. What's left of Feldgrau is pitiful. It's just a bunch of ruined buildings. There are a few constructions that look like they are still they at least have a roof on them, which are the labeled ones. There's some other points of interest that are also labeled here, but those are more obvious once you get closer. But the general scene is that as if like catastrophe struck this town, as it was put to the torch all that time ago. To your surprise, even from this far away, you see plenty of movement in town. Unfortunately, most of that movement are shambling undead.
Ooh.
And that's it for today.
Okay.
Welcome to Feldgrau.
Everything
I
is
guess
gonna be
Geier's
fine.
gonna have a field day.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely... I mean, you probably had to tear him away from digging the mass grave at the lodge. But, yeah, this is the next best thing.
Yeah, I think at this point, Geier probably should have taken some spells like Expeditious Excavation just for that purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Dig more and faster.
Yes.
Yeah. Can I ask you, Simon, real quick, what my hit point total, what you have it as?